2022 was the first time I ran an entire year without injury, over 1,200 miles or about 23 miles per week, and not a single scheduled run missed. I credit this to the slow progressive training plans in the Daniels running formula. But this year, I plan to double my mileage and cut my 5K time down even further. What is the Daniels running formula? How am I using it to plan my second year of running? And how has this training translated to my goal of health excellence? Well, let's get into it. Daniels Running Formula is one of the best training books available. It details everything about running form and technique to training intensities and breaks. I picked up the 4th edition last March and posted about it in more detail up here, I think. Definitely up here. And I couldn't put it down. It was the first time that I understood all the intricacies of running and how to progressively train without risking injury. And I was just excited to get into the training plans. So I immediately started his red intermediate plan. Each plan is 4 months long and broken down into 1 month phases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And the pacing of your plan is determined by your most recent race time. So when I started, my estimated 5K race time was 20 minutes, and that gave me a VDOT of 50 to pace my runs. So I used that to complete the red plan in April, May, June, and July of last year. And at times I did feel overtrained. I had temporary shin splints faintly, but besides that, I enjoyed the plan a lot and finished with a ending 5K time of 19:26. In August, I took the next step and started his blue advanced plan. It bumps up from about 25 miles per week on the red plan to 40 miles per week on the blue advanced plan. And it was definitely more running. I averaged about an hour of running a day, 5 days a week. And then on top of that, there's 15-minute warm-ups and 15-minute cooldowns. So it was definitely a commitment, but gotta love it. I was getting faster, leaner, and more conditioned while not having a high risk of injury. I was enjoying it and probably in the best shape of my life. After completing the 4-month blue advanced plan in August, September, October, and November, it was race time again. How far did I come? On December 10th, I finished with a PR of 18:20. Let's go! That's the progress I was looking for and a great way to end the 2022 running season. So after that, I took 2 weeks to end 2022 on a training break, not running at all, but doing rowing for cross training. I figured the most miles I'd ever run was in 2022. Probably doesn't hurt to take a couple weeks off to rest and recover. And, well, I was excited to get back into it when January started. So in 2023, I started off January with 2 weeks of just easy runs to get back in shape, nothing too serious. And then now I'm rerunning the blue advanced plan with a VDOT of 55. So same thing I did last August, September, October, and November, except at a higher VDOT. So everything's faster, everything's a little bit harder. And I'll be doing this for January, February, March, and April. So beginning of May, I'm going to have another race to see how far that progress has been, and definitely looking to be under 18 minutes. But from experience, I've never been that great at predicting my run times, but I like to include them in the post just so I can look back and see what I was thinking at the time. If everything goes as planned, then I'll upgrade to the Gold Elite plan. So Blue Advanced plan about 40 miles per week, Gold Elite plan about 55 miles per week. It's definitely a lot more running, definitely a little bit daunting, but at the same time, I can't wait till I get to that point. Let's go. And this should take me through May, June, July, and August. So after that, I haven't decided what I'm going to do next. Maybe I'll rerun the Gold Elite plan at a higher VDOT. Maybe I'll rerun the Blue Advanced plan at a higher VDOT. Maybe I'll go with one of his 5K specific training plans. I'm not too sure yet. Whatever it is, I'm going to see how the year progresses and just excited to get it started. And by the end of the year, maybe I'll be around 17 minutes. Sounds a little ambitious, but at the same time, let's go. But yeah, I really just want to focus this year on not missing any scheduled runs again, and then just doing the workouts at the right intensity with the right focus. Despite these training plans just being fun, they've translated to direct health benefits that have me in the best shape ever. In 1 year, my body fat percentage went from 13% down to 10.4%. My resting heart rate went from 55 down to 48 beats per minute at its lowest. And while I don't have an accurate measurement, my VO2 max has definitely increased too. So I'm excited to post about that soon. Last time I talked about VO2 max was during my 7th grade science fair project that my dad probably did for me. Thanks, Dad. And a whole host of other biometrics have improved too. So I'm definitely convinced that everybody should be training for something, even if it's just life. So here are my final thoughts. 2022 was my biggest running year yet, over 1,200 miles. But 2023 is planned to be even bigger. Hopefully, if everything goes right, over 2,000 miles and a 5K time dropping below 17 minutes. 10-mile training days all summer long and biometrics that are going to be optimized along the way. I'm excited, and Daniel's running formula is powering me forward. For transparency purposes, no sponsorship by them because I am a micro channel, so nobody sponsors me, but if you do want to sponsor me, I'm definitely open for business. And if you're not training for something, maybe you should. These are my latest habits for health excellence. Thanks for stopping by, and if you're interested in more habits for health excellence, feel free to check out my weekly newsletter where I include tips like these along with the most important things that I've read, watched, or listened to within the past week. All that and more in the weekly newsletter. There's a link down below in the description. Thanks for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. And thanks to my brother, I've now been eating kiwi with the skin. Seems kind of odd, definitely was kind of weird when I first tried it, but saves prep work and extra nutrients from the fuzzy skin, so it's a win-win. Surprisingly tastes just as good.